What's going on, guys? CWG here. Welcome to a new episode of Nomifactory. In the last episode, we built this amazing rotary hearth blast furnace. And this thing can smelt a full stack of items at once. We also made this bulk blast chiller, which could cool a full stack of ingots at once. I know, good combo. And in between episodes, I made this multi-block mixer behind me. Now this guy, it works the exact same as like one of these mixers over here that we've been using for auto crafting, except for it could do a full stack at once. You'll love to see it. You want to see this guy in action? Fine. Let's request up 256 indium tin barium cuprate ingots, and you can see that it's going to mix together all the copper, barium, titanium, indium, and tin. This used to be expensive because of the indium, but now indium is free. I'll explain why indium is free in a bit. But for now, let's hit that start button, and you can see it mixing away. It's going to take a full 30 seconds, but I don't know if you've noticed it. Well, first of all, we're using an LUV input bus. Look how huge this is. It's pretty cool. But this guy is mixing the full 256 at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And when it's done mixing, it gets sent straight to the blast furnace here. Still the coolest multi-block ever. And then straight into the chiller. You just saw it chill right there. And look, we're getting that tasty indium, barium, blah, blah, blah. You'll love to see it. So, CWG, what have you been working on in between episodes? Well, it's right in front of me. Look, I've been making more fusion reactors. Not only that, but they're upgraded to the tier 2 fusion reactors, aka the pink ones. Look at the pretty little pink casings. All right, let me show you what we've been fusing. Oh my gosh, indium. Yeah, that's right. You could use fusion reactors to make lithium, silver, fuse it into indium. And indium has been such a pain to get. And now we just have like infinite, essentially. Like this super tank is enough indium to last us the rest of the series. Let's be honest, that's so much indium. Hey, it means we could repurpose the bottom fusion reactor. All right, next up in this fusion reactor, we're making nitrogen plasma by fusing deuterium and beryllium. As you can see, we're monitoring beryllium here. These monitors here are to make sure we don't run out of the ingredients that we're using to fuse, or that would be bad. And if you look over here, we're up to 4 rows of plasma turbines. And the nitrogen plasma is even better than the helium plasma we were using before. You can see it takes a tier 2 reactor, and this stuff is a lot more potent. In the fusion reactor above it, we're fusing hydrogen and neodymium to get europium. Look at that, we already have 2,000 buckets of europium. You'll love to see it. Next, we're fusing radon and gallium to make duranium. And duranium's main purpose is to get fused again into tritanium, which is what we're doing up here. We're fusing that titanium and the duranium to make it the tritanium. And this stuff is gonna be the bread and butter for everything. For instance, we're gonna need tritanium to make the maxed tier coils. And this is going to require an ultimate voltage assembler, oh boy. And on the very top here, we are making darmstanium. What the darm is this darmstanium for? It's used to make ultimate voltage machine casings. Yeah, slightly big deal. And that's the highest voltage tier of machines. So this is getting pretty exciting. This stuff is made by fusing arsenic and ruthenium. Yeah, it's kind of random. Now, if we come over to our EV line here, you can see I've been stockpiling this tritanium. We have 2,048 tritanium. You'll love to see it. I'm already turning them into wires so we can start working on some coils. Same with nequadria foil, I believe is the other thing we need. And tritium. These coils are going to be expensive. And if we want to upgrade our rotary hearth blast furnace to the max coils, it's going to take 96 coils. 96! Which, if I'm doing my math right here, we're going to need like 1,000 tritanium or something like that. We're also going to need an ultimate voltage assembler. Oh boy, our first ultimate voltage machine? Do we have the technology? I don't know. Well, I added a crafting recipe. Let's see if we can make it. Oh, we don't have recipes for literally anything. Okay. Give me a second to make some recipes. Do we have this stuff? Oh my gosh, tritanium rounds, tritanium. That's a lot of tritanium things, guys. And nequadria. Oh, this is gonna be so expensive. I mean, it's all automation stuff we've done before, right? Just give me a quick automation break. All right, guys, I've done a ton more automation. As you can see, we have all the different tritanium rods, gears. We got nequada alloy gears. We got americium fine wires, all kinds of things. So now I think we can request our ultimate voltage assembling machine, maybe? We're still missing some fine americium wires. Go faster. Actually, while we're waiting, now that we have tritanium, I think we could make the ultimate voltage circuit, right? This guy? let's set up a recipe. We have all the components, we have PBI sheets, we have RAM. Oh, we don't have this yet. This is the one thing we're missing. Enriched Aquata Tritium Europium Duranide wire. Basically this stuff, but it needs a UV mixer. Wait a second. Doesn't our multi-block mixer run at UV? Does it not? Let's check. It does. And I believe it's already on circuit 4. Isn't this all? Oh, it's also circuit 4, bro. Match made in heaven. Okay. Well, in that case, we can easily set up a recipe for this guy. Slap the pattern into the mixer. And then remember that we can't smelt this thing until we get titanium coils. I've already forgotten the whole point of this mission. It's okay. We can speed up the immersium process by just chucking stuff in our LUV wire mill. You guys remember when all these machines used to just be medium voltage, cute little medium voltage machines? Now we're up to ludicrous, and as soon as we unlock all the ultimate voltage machines, we're gonna have a row of ultimate voltage machines right here. It's gonna be so cool. All right, I think this might be enough wire. All right, looks like we have everything. We got yttrium, barium cuprate wire, a bunch of titanium, some master circuit boards, whole bunch of diodes, RAM, HSSE frame boxes. You just need all kinds of things. It's kind of nuts. Oh, apparently one of these recipes are messed up. It's still using crystal processors. Yeah, let me fix that real quick. I found the recipes I messed up right here. You got to be careful because you can see whenever you go to hit the plus button to move this into the recipe thing, the circuits are constantly changing. So you got to click it when the red ones are there. There we go. We got all the red ones. All right, let's try this again. It should be all red circuits now. Yes. All right, I guess we hit that start button. Whoop. Looks like stuff and things are happening. Oh, baby. I can't wait till we can get ultimate voltage energy hatches and we can overclock this assembly machine once further. Because this thing is such a bottleneck. All right, it looks like our ultimate voltage assembly machine is done. Max power draw of 500,000 EU per tick. That's kind of nuts. Speaking of power draw, did I ever mention I made this awesome terminal thing? There's a quest somewhere in the quest book to build this thing. All you have to do is plug it into some power and you can like set different stuffs and things. I had to put a wireless digital interface onto our battery buffer that powers the entire base, and it could transfer all that data to this central monitor, which is really cool. It even graphs out our power draw over time, how much we're making, how much we're expending, although it uses EU per second. Why? Why is it not used EU per tick? Who the heck measures an EU per second? Whatever. As long as the green line is above the red line, then we're positive on power. Right now, they're equal to each other because the battery buffer's full. You can see this whole thing up here is a battery buffer bar. So yeah, these screens are pretty cool. Apparently, you can also use them to like display images by putting in plugins and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna have to mess around with them more. So on this bottom line here is our ludicrous voltage automation. And the row above it is our ZPM automation. And now by using a step-up transformer, this is going to be our ultimate voltage line. We're using draconium wire here, which is the UV superconductor. Well, until we can get the better one, which is the enriched aquata tritium and blah, 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 blah. So let's put our ultimate voltage assembly machine on the line. Oh, look at that guy, UV. We just got to put some tritium in from the side. And on the bottom here, we're going to put in our recipes that require tritium. The superconductors also require tritium, see? And I think we're finally ready to request some coils. I mean, there's no way we could just straight up ask for 96, right? Because our drawers aren't upgraded enough? Yeah. Looks like we can ask for half of that, though. Let's ask for 48 tritium coils. We have everything we need. Oh, wait, I know I say tritium. I meant tritanium. They're too similar. And there it goes. Oh, it just dumped everything in. I forgot. Make sure you put blocking mode so it only puts one recipe in at a time, or it'll just spam the assembly machine, which I guess doesn't really matter, but semantics. It's 45 seconds per coil, so we're going to be waiting a while. Ooh, yeah, see, look at our monitor here. You can see that the power draw is going up. Pretty cool. So, while we're waiting on the 1 million years it's going to take to make these coils, let's take a look at our quest book again. It's time to move down the Draconic evolution path of progression. It's our next big thing we have to do. First things first, we need draconium double plates, which I've already automated. Let's touch one. Quest complete. Next, we need to start making draconic cores, which are made with tungsten carbide, which we have, draconium, which we have, but empowered palace crystal. We need to get into empowering blocks using actually addition. So there's two ways to do it. You can do it with the empowerer, or you can do it the more advanced way. the combination crafting. And what if I told you I already have that set up? If we come over here to our packaging, unpackaging chaos setup of doom, you can see we have a very similar setup here. Packager, unpackager, a combination package crafter where you put your item in the center, and then 4 different pedestals. Because if you look at the recipe, look, there's 4 different things, so we need 4 different pedestals. These just have to be within 3 blocks of this guy. That's the only thing that really matters. Now, if we take out these recipe holders here and go to our editing station, you can see there's a setting for combination crafting. I've already set up one for diamantine. I forget why exactly we needed diamantine, but we did. So let's set up one for empowered crystals. All you gotta do is hit the plus button. It puts everything in the proper slot. Hit save, super easy. Once you learn how to use this package unpackage stuff, it's extremely powerful. So apparently we already have everything except for a palace crystal block. Let's turn some palace crystals into some blocks. All right, here we go. Let's request it. We should see it. Yep. Oh, okay, it was very quick. And it gives us an empty cell back. Nice. And we got an empowered palace crystal block. I'm definitely going to have to automate these palace crystals. If you guys remember, we're automating our actually additions crystals over here. In this one, we're automating void crystals. And in this one, we're automating the redstonia. So we're going to have to set up a few more. One for diamonds and one for lapis. At least I think the copy and paste gadget should be able to do this. Anyways, let's set up a recipe for draconic cores and see if we can make our first one. There we go. Draconic cores. The very first step into draconic evolution. Which, by the way, I have played a couple packs before that have had draconic evolution. So I do have some experience with this mod. So I'm not going in completely blind like I am Gregtech. Now we're getting into the infusion crafting. I don't need to read the instructions. Let's see, how hard are these things to craft? To make the crafting core, you need lapis, nether stars, that thingy, that's fine. And to make the infusion injectors, assembly control casings, wow, draconic cores, ender crystals, so we're gonna need, I've got to set up another soul binder thing. European plate and empowered Anori. Oh, another crystal that we're gonna have to automate for actually additions. The good news is, I think we only have to automate 5 of them, right? No, it's 6. Redstonia, Palace, Emeradic, Diamantine, Anori, and Void. We have Void and Redstonia automated. We have to automate the other 4. Oh, I really don't feel like doing that, but, you know, someone's gotta do it. And I got nothing better to do while I'm waiting for titanium coils.
2 hours later.
I've done it! We've now passively automated Anori crystals, Emeradic crystals, Palace crystals, and Diamantine crystals. And I believe those are the 6 crystals that you can get from actually additions. We can look at JEI right here. Yeah, that's the 6 of them. Sweet. So I don't have to worry about automating this again. Thank goodness. And you may be wondering, in all the time it took me to do this, is the titanium coils done? No. No, they're not. I can't believe I actually managed to automate all of that before these coils are even done. Like, is this assembly machine still going? Yep, still going. We're up to 50 coils now. I guess we can touch them just to get the achievement. Ready? The final coil. Let's go. It's time to upgrade our vibrant crystals to ender crystals because we need it for something. What do we need it for again? Ah, yes, basic fusion crafting injectors. It's so easy to lose track of what the heck you're doing in this game, I swear. So we need to configure the I/O of the Ender I/O machine. Yes, very funny. We do pull, then it pulls to the vibrant crystal. It needs 6 things of XP. Of course, we want this to be automated. I can't come over here and click this button every time. So we must insert the liquid XP juice, just like that. And then set this guy to pull the juice. There we go. And this should combine with the soul of an Enderman. Yes, look at it go. And we get an Ender Crystal. And then the soul vial goes back into the spotter to make another Enderman thing. Then it comes back, repeats the cycle. Exact same thing we did over here for the Prescient Crystals, but now we're making Ender Crystals. So we just tell it to push to the top, put a little bit of a hot drawer action up here, and it's automation done. Let's just connect the drawers up, and we're good. So, can we make the fusion crafting core? Yes. Done. Can we make 8 of these crafting fusion injecty boys? Oh, no. Not even close. And I have the recipe messed up. Wow, I suck. Well, it looks like one of the things we need is water cells. And we're making cells in this bending machine right here. Circuit 12, steel plates into empty cells. Then you fill the cells with canning machines. I know it's a bit confusing, because the water cells, they have no recipe in JEI. So I had to use my common sense. I know. I'm surprised I have some too. And by injecting water into the canning machine, by adding a pump right here, let's add a spacer block. And then I think we can put a conveyor right here to push the cells into here. And look, it's being filled with water. That's how you do it. The power of the can. There we go. We got a stack of water cells. Now, what's the other things we're missing? Empowered Inori block. Well, I'm going to have to set up even more recipes. Oh, this is going to require appetite. I think we have appetite. I've been stockpiling it. Yeah, we got 8,000 of that stuff. But it looks like this one is going to use helium cells. That's kind of cool. So we're probably going to have to set up a canning machine for each of these crystal empowered blocks we're going to have to make. How are we doing on titanium coils? Still crafting. Of course they are. Will they be done crafting by the end of this episode? That is the question. I got to set up a recipe for canning machines. Oh boy. I've been using extreme voltage machines to do all the random automation around the base because at this point of the game, extreme voltage is basically free. Like, compared to the amount of power we're drawing with ludicrous voltage and ZPM and even ultimate voltage, extreme voltage is kind of like nothing to us. It's like free. Let's get that tasty helium in there. Look at that. We're making helium cells. You'll love to see it. Next, we encode the recipe into the package auto thingies, and hopefully we are ready to go. All right, I think we have everything we need now to make 8 basic fusion crafting injectors. I mean, look at all this stuff. Palace crystals, ender crystals, nether quartz plates, black steel, circuits, a stack of draconium, some end steel. It just uses all kinds of things. All right, let's hit that start button. Oh, baby. Oh, look at it go. Woo! I love that the cells just pop off. I may have to add like a vacuum chest to collect all these empty cells that are just going to be flying around everywhere, I guess. My guess is it's going to give us 16 of them. Okay, nope, it's giving us more. I'm wrong. We got our 8 basic fusion crafting injectors. That's a tongue twister. And now that we have these guys, we should be able to make the Withering core using fusion crafting. Yes. Now, before we go any further, let's back up to this quest over here. There's a book. This book tells you how to do everything Draconic Evolution. You see, before Create Mod added their ponder system, this was the way you would learn about mods. Oh, what the heck? Errors. Well, apparently the book is broken. I am now sad. Well, in that case, I guess I'll just have to wing it. There's also a quest over here that shows you how to automate the setup. And from what I understand, it's going to be a very similar automation to our assembly line over here, where we just connect up all the buses with lasers. Now I just got to find out where we have a bunch of room to set up a whole bunch of these guys. And I'm telling you, it's always raining on this server. We need to get that celestial... Can we make that thing now? The weather controller, celestial manipulator? No, it needs the awakened cores, which means we need more fusions. But the rain is driving me crazy, and the rain and snow, the way it mixes back and forth, that's so unrealistic. I guess I could have the Draconic Evolution stuff be all the way down here in the middle of nowhere. Sounds good to me. Well, I mean, it would be nice if I had the book that showed me how to set this up, so I'm just gonna have to do it by memory, I guess. Now, if I remember correctly, I think it just has to be like 2 blocks away, and it could be like in a line, or it could be in like a pattern like this, I think? I don't know. I just work here. I know these guys definitely need power. All right, I think we have everything we should need. 4 Draconic cores, 2 lava crystal blocks, 2 blocks of nether stars. That's expensive. And in here goes the empowered emeraldic crystal. Oh, looks like it's ready to go. Just hit the start button. Okay, it's getting power. Okay, it only accepts power while it's crafting. That's interesting. And the speed at which it gets power depends on the tier of the fusion crafting injector. See, that I do remember. It looks like it's almost done. Almost up to 100% complete. Come on, do it. Oh, here it goes. The rotation begins. If you haven't seen Draconic Evolution fusion crafting before, it is pretty cool. Although we're going to be doing a lot of this. A lot of this. There it goes. It's becoming red hot. It's fusing. Oh my goodness, it's a Withering core. You'll love to see it. Quest complete. Well, now I got to find a way to automate this, so that's going to be fun. What about our titanium cores? Are they done yet? Oh, no. We're getting so close to having enough titanium. All right, guys. I'm going to attempt to automate this. I really hope this works. Okay, so I set up a recipe using the extended pattern terminal. We have it right here. And then over here, I did a little bit of rearranging. I put the Draconic fusion injectors on all sides. So that way I could fit item lasers on the back. So this way the item should get evenly transferred across? Maybe? Well, it's worth a shot. Okay, let's put the pattern in here and request a Withering core. We're missing a recipe. One sec. All right, try number 2. Request the Withering core. It says we have everything. Let's hit start. Okay, it should be making the ingredients. Then we should see it appear. Oh my gosh, it actually worked. First try. That never happens. Now there's a redstone clock under here because when the recipe's finished, it needs a no, not when it's finished. In order to start the recipe, it needs a redstone signal. So we already know that's working. The last thing we need is a way to pull the item out. I mean, that could be as easy as an item conduit, in theory. Oh yeah, look at it go. All automatic now, thank goodness. Imagine having to do this by hand every time. Hey, we did it, fam. All right, can you connect item conduits to this? You can, but it looks kind of ugly on the side. I wonder if we could double up the redstone and the item conduit on the bottom, because Ender.io does have redstone conduits. Look at that. Let's see if we can do it this way. All right, so the redstone should be going into the thing, and the items should go out and then into this interface over here. Okay, it looks a little bit complicated. Let me try it one more time to make sure it works. The items are coming in. Now this should start, assuming the redstone conduit works. Ooh, maybe not. Oh, I had the thing on input, not output. There we go. Okay, it does work. We can double up redstone and items on the bottom. You love to see it. I love the sound effects this guy makes. Whoop, 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 whoop. Awesome, we got the core, and it looks like it got pulled out, and it's in the system, and craft complete. Let's go. And also, wait, is our titanium coils done? Oh my goodness. We have how much? We have 96. No way. Of course, right when I finish automating the Draconic Evolution fusion injectors, boom, our coils are ready. Let's use our exchanging gadget here. This will probably make it the easiest. Now we can just go in here and go pop. Titanium coils. Wow, they actually look pretty sick. I wonder how this is going to look at the end. So let's swap some coils around. Oh yeah. And it looks like we had exactly enough. My calculations were correct. Ah, look at that. Heat capacity, 11,000. I think the titanium coils look pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if you guys like the look of the Naquata or the titanium better. Well, now we should finally be able to smelt the enriched Naquata tritium europium duranodite dust. Let's set up a recipe for our super smeltery, our Giga EBF. I'm excited to see if this works. Can we get enriched Naquata tritium europium duranodite dust? Let's request, like, I don't know, 256. Oh, we need duranium and europium dust. Okay. All right, we're crushing some duranium and europium. Let's go. Hopefully this should solve our problems. All right, well, let's request, I don't know, like a stack of this stuff. This duranium is very expensive, so I can't be like crafting a kajillion quite yet. Once I let the fusion reactors run overnight, we'll probably be good. All right, let's, enrich Naquata. Let's hit that start button. We should see it mixing over here. Oh, it's mixing. Let's go. Oh, I need to change the recipe so it does a stack at a time. Otherwise, we're not fully utilizing our mixer. All right, let's try this again. It should put the whole thing in. Okay, good. Oh my gosh, this thing is drawing 491,000 EU per tick. That's kind of bananas. Oh, here we go. It's active. How long is it going to take to smelt? 34 seconds. Is it doing the whole stack at once? No. For the higher tier alloys, it doesn't do the whole stack at once. I'd probably have to overclock it again in order to get that. But look at those titanium coils glow. Let's go. Look at that. We got our first enriched Naquata tritium europium duranide ingot. Why is the name so long? And the whole reason we wanted this was so we could make this circuit, right? Yeah, we need these 2x wires. Not to mention, this is actually the superconductor for ultra voltage. 32 amps for just a 2x wire. That's insanity. Very, very, very strong wires. Well, now we have 16 of them, so I think we can make a circuit. So let us set up a recipe for the circuit here. Titanium boxes, a bunch of SMDs, PBI. We finally have these superconductors. We have europium. I think we have everything we should need. Well, let's request it. Our first ultra high voltage circuit, the highest circuit in the game. Says we have everything we need. Let's hit start. There it goes. Oh, it only takes 10 seconds to craft. Not bad at all. Oh, actually, it's crafting the circuits to make the circuit. Okay, so we'll have to see how long the big one takes. It is not crafting. Oh, it needs PBI. That's a fluid I haven't put in here yet. Okay. It's time for a non-uppal hatch. Remember, I showed you guys this last episode. These non-opal hatches are amazing. So we'll just yank out one of them. I don't know, the lubricant one. Goodbye, lubricant. You are now being replaced with a big boy. Then if we put in some PBI, hopefully this will work. It's working! It's gonna take 100 seconds. 300,000 EU per tick, 100 seconds. Oh boy. And now we wait. It's down to its final laser beam. Oh, it's done. Wetware processor mainframe. Give me. Woo! Achievement get! Achievement get. Let's go. UHV circuits. Woo! I accidentally turned on these weird chunk lines. What the heck would I do? So you may be asking, what do you do with these ultra high voltage circuits? Well, you need them for a few things. First of all, the ultimate voltage circuit assembler, which is going to allow us to make the best wetware circuits. That's exciting. The highest tier quantum chest and quantum tank. Oh my gosh, this guy could hold 2 billion fluids. That's kind of nuts. UHV converters that can convert up to 134 million FE per tick. That's crazy. And probably the most exciting use is right here. The super parallel control hatch allows up to 256 parallel recipes. Are you kidding me? Bruh. And UHV circuits can also be used in the end-to-end game to make the simulation supercomputer. Look at this thing. This is like one of the new multi-blocks in Nomifactory. Pretty excited to build this thing. You only need 26 blocks of omnium. Holy crap. Okay, it's going to be a very long time before we can make this thing. And we're back, and it's now 2 days later. We're 2 days into the future. Do you notice anything different about me? Woo! Yeah, a little bit of a family emergency thing came up, but we're back. And yes, you can probably tell, we have a new jetpack now, and it shoots rainbows. Whee! There's a quest in the quest book to make this guy the Dark Solarium jetpack. This is the flight of our lives. And to craft this thing wasn't really that bad. It just needed some Dark Solarium, which is Dark Steel, Solarium, and Tritium. I set up a recipe for that, no big deal. We also needed an Angel Ring. And to get the Angel Ring, we needed 4 different types of jetpacks and some rose gold. But we already have the auto-crafting recipes for like all the different jetpacks, so it wasn't too hard to make. And then you could actually color your exhaust particles depending on what you want. There's like smoke, rainbow smoke. Of course I went with the rainbow smoke. Look at this thing. Look how fast it is. Whee! And look how big this factory is as it like fades into the dust. I mean, this shows you how big of a factory you need if you want to get to endgame. Alright, in the past couple days, I also did a little bit of work with Draconic Evolution. Come check it out. Before, we just had this layer down here. I've added another layer up here, and these guys are the Withering fusion crafting injectors. They're crafted using the previous tier and those cores that we've already automated. And these guys can accept power more quickly, and they can do higher tier recipes, so you might as well just upgrade the ones that you had before. And I've already started crafting the next tier of fusion injectors. These guys are crafted with dragon eggs, more Withering cores, and nether stars. Just so many nether stars to make this. Let's see if we can request another one of these fusion injectors. I would like one, please. Thank you. Look at all the stuff it costs. 2 dragon eggs. Start. And look at the system go. It's beautiful, isn't it? And I don't know if you can tell, but this does go a little bit faster. Just a little bit. There are 4 tiers of fusion crafting injectors, and to get the final tier, we're gonna need neutronium, crystal matrix, and chaos shards. Yeah. It'll be a bit before we get to that tier. But now that we have 2 rows, it's able to make 2 different things at the same time, which speeds this process up significantly. And remember, our main goal currently with Draconic Evolution is to get these awakened draconium blocks. We already have Withering tier injectors, and we have the Withering cores, but we need dragon hearts. And to get dragon hearts, we're gonna need the tier 7 micro miner. And to get that, yeah, it's all this stuff. We already have the draconium double plates. I've set up a recipe for most of these things. I even set up a recipe for the Ender manipulator. That's why there's so many fusion injectors up here at the top, because that recipe requires like 10 inputs or something. We're gonna need LUV field generators. It's gonna be expensive, but I did set up a recipe. Let's request a tier 7 microminer, but yeah, we don't have everything. We're out of redstone. What the heck? We're gonna need crystal matrix plates, redstonia blocks, flight control units, flux thrusters, which means, oh, I have a lot of things I have to set up. Oh boy. I think we'll save that for next episode though. In between episodes, I'm going to keep upgrading our Draconic Evolution setup, hopefully replace all our purple injectors with the orange ones. And as you can see in our quest book, we're almost done with the late game. We just got to go a little bit further. There's even a Draconic evolution reactor we can build that if it blows up, it can blow up like your entire base. So that's exciting. And I've already went into the past and completed all the different quest chapters leading up to late game. You'll love to see it. And if we look at our progression tab, we're completely done with circuits. We just need to make the resident upgrade kit and the rest of the microminers. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. CWG, ow.